Hi, I'm Ropeta. Some weeks ago, an effort to recall me from my position as board trustee of Tyrone Township was launched. Well, I'm not surprised, since they have been talking about this since I took office. But what does this mean? The core of the recall petition is that I sued the township twice, and the cost was over $31,000. The recall petition has a very low bar to meet, and while these are true, this and future videos will give you important context to consider before you sign that petition. First, I have been highly criticized for suing the township I was elected to represent. Trustee Sarah Dolman Jersey has created quite a buzz about this, as she doesn't think a trustee should sue the township they represent. This criticism is an attack on my freedom, our freedom, under the Constitution and the law. When the state of Michigan set the powers and duties for townships in the revised statutes of 1846, section 41.2, they define that the township has the power and duty to sue and be sued, and appoint the necessary agents and attorneys for that purpose. There's no question as to whether I or anyone has the right to sue the township. You may also need to sue the township someday, hopefully not, and you need to know that this is your right and your freedom as well. Your rights and freedoms are no different than mine, so now it comes to the money, our tax money. Our township attorney of record, Chuck Widmer, recused himself from representing the township on the grounds that he might be called as a witness. My lawsuits were petitions that the court step in and apply superintending control to restore me to the Planning Commission. That's it. Superintending control lawsuits do not allow for any witnesses, so Mr. Widmer misrepresented his recusal and deceived the board that he could not manage the case as a result. So the board hired a very expensive legal team from Detroit to represent the township in this matter. Defending a superintending control case should not cost the township the amount of money they spent, but that was their decision to hire the specific outside counsel and their teams. Again, the fact that the township chose to spend what they did was their decision, not mine. I covered my own legal fees. They could have simply not removed me from the Planning Commission, and all these costs on both sides could have been avoided. Removing me was overkill for what took place that led up to this lawsuit. Stay tuned for the next set of videos where I will highlight what led up to my removal from the Planning Commission. I am doing what you elected me to do, protecting your conservative freedoms for transparency in the midst of a shift away from conservatism on our township board, appointees, and employees. Take care, and God bless.